Join me now in a very, very truthful story called When Walking Became Careful. Obviously told in my own voice because it's my story. And it's about healing, courage, and the quiet strength that we discover when life changes our steps. This is part one of When Walking Became Careful, a calm and truthful reflection for anyone living with arthritis, limited movement, or the fear of an upcoming surgery. I'm sharing my own journey as honestly as I can, softly and with a little humour, in the hope that it brings comfort and companionship to you, whether you're preparing for hip replacement, as I am, living with pain, or simply need reassurance that healing is possible at any age. And you're in good company here. There comes a time, and it often sneaks up on you, when walking stops being a simple thing. It becomes something you think about. A little plan you make inside your head before you stand up. Right, brace yourself. Let that hip wake up. Don't twist. Take your time. You don't even realize when it starts. You just find yourself pushing off the chair with your hands instead of your legs, or easing into a standing position like someone balancing a book on their head. And before you know it, every step has become a negotiation. I didn't wake up one day and declare, I have arthritis, and I shall now walk like a cautious Victorian grandmother. No, I simply adapted. A little limp here, a bit of sideways shifting there. The subtle art of compensation, as they call it. The body tries so hard to protect you, even if it ends up looking like a question mark bent in prayer. If you've lived with an arthritic hip, you know what I mean. You stop doing certain things long before you realize it. You can't bend as far. You shuffle instead of stride. You pretend the ground is made of eggshells. And everyone else says, oh, you're doing well, because they don't see the 100 tiny adjustments that you've made just to look normal. I became the queen of those adjustments. I'd behave my leg, keep it nice and quiet, bless it, and I'd get up from the sofa as though my entire skeleton had been held together with string and patience. There's nothing wrong with this. It's simply the body doing its best to avoid pain. But after a while, you start living around the pain rather than with it. You accommodate it. You nurse it. You subconsciously reorganize your whole life so that the hip, that one little joint, becomes the center of your universe. That's when I knew I needed to start thinking differently. And I came to the part where I remembered my own power. Some people look at surgery with dread. Me? I treat it as a bit of a holiday, a break, a reset button. I'm one of those slightly odd birds who actually likes the process. The quiet room, the quiet blanket, or the warm blanket, in fact. The drift of the anesthetic, like someone dimming the lights gently and saying, you rest now, we'll handle the rest. But long before that day arrives, I work on my energy. Because healing doesn't start in the hospital, it starts in the mind. I talk to my hip, yes, out loud. You'd be amazed at how much your body listens when you speak to it kindly. I visualize light, warm, golden, steady, flowing through the joint. I breathe into it. I see myself walking normally again. not stiff or cautious, but freely and upright, as if my bones have remembered their own joy. And I use my spiritual tools, my tarot cards, my intuition, my trust in something bigger. These aren't superstition, they are anchors. They remind me that I am more than a body with arthritis. I am someone with purpose, direction, and the ability to guide my own healing. And here is the practical side of hope. Alongside the spiritual work, I've been gentle but faithful with the exercises, ankle pumps, quad squeezes, sit to stands, hip safe stretches, nothing strenuous, just enough to keep the muscles awake. Because the truth is, the stronger your legs are going in, the better they behave coming out. I tell people this all the time. Get your body ready, get your mind calm, and your spirit will fill the space in between. I've improved my posture, reminded myself to breathe, eaten the foods that help, and walked as far as I comfortably can, or just moved as best I comfortably can. And it's not easy. It's maybe not pushing, just maintaining, honoring my limits without surrendering to them. Here is something important I learned, and maybe you've learned it too. You don't lose your natural way of walking, you just tuck it away for safekeeping. These protective patterns like hobbling, the favouring one leg, the careful twists, they aren't weaknesses, they're survival strategies. And once the pain is gone and a new hip is in place, the old patterns loosen their hold. Your body slowly says, it's safe now. I can stand properly again. And that's what I hold on to now. Confidence, expectation, a clear knowing that not only will I walk again, I will walk better than I have in years. And before I close this first part, I'd like to offer you a gentle moment of calm. If you're comfortable, just let your shoulders soften and loosen your jaw. Place your feet flat on the floor or rest them along the bed and take a slow breath in and out. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of a quiet path. The air is soft, the ground is steady, and there's no rush to move, and just a gentle invitation to breathe as you picture a warm light gathering around your hip and lower back, glowing steady and golden, not forcing anything, not fixing anything, simply reminding your body that it is cared for. And with your next breath, imagine taking one slow, easy step on that path. No pain, no hesitation, just the memory of how it once felt to move freely before the arthritis asked you to change the way you walked. And now imagine yourself standing tall, even if only in your mind, your back supported, your legs steady, your spirit open. Say quietly inside yourself, my body remembers how to walk freely. I am preparing for healing. And hold that feeling for a moment, and when you're ready, gently let it go. If you're listening to this, or you're going through something similar, let me tell you this. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not weak. You're not old in spirit. You have simply spent a long time compensating for pain that you didn't deserve. And soon, both you and me, the ground will feel steady again. Movement will feel natural again. Life will stop being planned around discomfort and will open like a door we've forgotten that could swing freely. This is just part one of the journey. And if you stay with me, I'll walk you through the next steps. Threshold, the surgery day, and the beauty waiting on the other side. I'm not there yet. I am just waiting for the time when I get a new hip. So join me, please, on this journey.